welcome to Ross-Age Stadium, home to the Purdue Boilermakers here in West Lafayette, Indiana, and they have been ready to go boiler up since early this morning. Today's matchup, an in-state battle for bragging rights in the Hoosier State. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Ball State Cardinals, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Get this season started. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Purdue's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
The offense changing the play. The toss to the outside. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, try to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Boilermakers line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Looks it in at the 40. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So Ball State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. That's a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of put him out of rhythm. Let's talk for a second about Ball State. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program. When you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He's running free down the middle. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Purdue! The defense putting points on the board. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield, you're trying to find an open guy, you're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
Ball State gets it back, the offense headed to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Power football with the run. Can't get him to the ground. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Off the play fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Cardinals decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Makes the catch. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's McCoby. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Weatherly. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the run.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Boilermaker! And they turn it into a defensive score.
You know, the one thing that really worries head coaches coming into week 1 is ball security. You're worried about execution. This offense has done some good things early in this game, but you cannot put the ball on the ground because the defense will make you pay like they did right there, taking it all the way.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Kelly. Finds his man. It's Presley. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Cardinals will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Might be changing the route. They try to get it outside on the left. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with this target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Quick release on the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. To the air on first down. Quick strike complete. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early.
Touchdown, Purdue! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today. in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. This senior has seen it all behind center over his career, but not much going so far. There's been next to zero execution in the passing game. They haven't taken care of the football, and they'll try to get something going, and they'll have to mount a rally.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground.
Turning on the Jets. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make them miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. And this is not what they expect in terms of performance from their quarterback. They just haven't found any rhythm whatsoever in the passing game. It has cost them on the scoreboard. They'll have to come from behind and then love to get something going here. From the gun, running back gets to give. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Cardinals will hustle to the line. Scanning the field, it's Kelly. Rushes on him. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the grab. It's Presley. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The kick is on its way. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. That's reeled in. It's McCovey. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's McCovey. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. Turning it on. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he makes the catch, but he can't stay in bounds. That'll be incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds a spot in the middle. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
35, 0.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ross-Ade Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Boilermakers will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. Nothing went right in that first half in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Kelly. Unloads to the right. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Grab behind the line. It's Presley. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Touchdown, Cardinals. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. The give to the back. Past the first down marker and still running. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The Boilermakers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Takes the handoff. It's McCovey. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The Boilermakers with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires on the move. It's caught. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's got it on the run. Run. After the catch at the 4-yard line, it'll be 1st and goal.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking,
Touchdown, Boilermaker! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop.
And he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He'll keep it himself. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Webster. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Cardinals will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Return, the sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive, does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. The give from the gun. Running into the open space. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Kelly. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Defense wants to get back in the football game. It starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback up.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And now in the pitch, the ball's loose. Touchdown, Boilermaker! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Lining up for the PAT.
And man, how awesome is that for the big fella? And he wasn't going to just fall on that loose fumble. He decided to scoop it and score, and David shows off the athleticism.
I mean, we were born to do more. We just grew out of the running back body, but we were really all running backs at heart. It's just hard when you got to go that far because you're running out of oxygen. You could tell the gas tank was low, but the big fella getting the touchdown.
Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. On the move, it's Ashley. Lots of running room. Oh, a lot of space. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big game for the offense.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by dang tackling.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now, and it's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
The sure hands, it's Presley. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Number 92, on to punt it away.
That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. And the Cardinals send out the punt unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Here's the punt, and whether it goes 3 yards or 93 yards, just don't let that return guy get it again. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they...
Wide open spaces. There he goes. The 40. He's at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Purdue!
Game one, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal. Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
The Cardinals are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
He's got it on the move. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
First and goal, Purdue.
Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. And this quarterback has had a rough game. The passing game's really been ineffective. They just haven't been able to generate explosive plays. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought he was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
And the Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Cardinals will call on their punt team. Hauls it in and looking upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The give and tick, 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 tick. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He now has 91 yards rushing, and he's making his presence felt in this first game.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Pulled down for the tackle.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he did right now.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down. Now set.
He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. And so far, the quarterback play has been less than stellar. Big plays in the passing game have been sparse. They just haven't been able to put up any yards or points for that matter, and they also haven't taken care of the ball. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And the Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
Quarterback making adjustments. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Boilermakers will have it 1st and 10. Fires to the right. He's got it. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
I tell you got to be careful if you're the defense right now because you're behind. I know you want to be aggressive. You might want to start blitzing, getting a lot of guys close to the line of scrimmage, but this offense is going to take opportunities when they have one-on-ones, and they just did right there.
And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. And this junior signal caller has hardly been at his best, and when you've been around, when you're the veteran presence, you have to perform at a higher level. The passing game's really been ineffective. They just haven't been able to generate explosive plays. Taylor wants to throw it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late. Up front, moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
The Cardinals need a massive chunk play to move the... And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. And here comes the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch right at the 50. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. One more play to pad the stats. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.